Capricorns, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your monthly reading for October. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. So let's see what's coming through for October. In October, we will be in the energy of Wheel of Fortune and the Magician, because October 2025 adds to number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and 10 adds to number 1, which is Magician. Now, Wheel of Fortune's energy has to do with flow. It's all about nature of life. And it reminds us to keep the faith, because Wheel of Fortune has to do with ups and downs of our everyday life. And it reminds us that things are not going to be permanent. Nothing, change is the only constant, right? Nothing is going to be uh, the same forever. When we when we are going through something difficult, then times will change, and we will also experience joy, happiness, and peace. But when we are going through like a happy time, things can change again. So it's all about working with this energy and going with the flow of life. But through these changes, through these ups and downs, the energy reminds us to keep the faith and trust ourselves. And it's also important to hold on to our own values, principles, honesty, and integrity, because sometimes what happens is when we come across uncertainty, we make fear-based choices and decisions. And so the energy reminds us not to lose ourselves in the temporary nature of things, because these times also will pass. So it's important to hold on to what matters to us the most: honesty, integrity, our values. So that is what the energy is about. And then Magician's energy has to do with focusing on focusing our energy, our attention towards something that we want to manifest in our life. What is it that we truly want to experience in our life? So it asks us to focus our energy and make choices and decisions that's going to be in alignment with what we truly want to experience in our life. And yeah, and that's how we manifest our dreams, right? So this is the energy of October. And Wheel of Fortune is also about good luck, forward momentum, making progress. So amazing, something to look forward to. And we will be in the energy of Libra and Scorpio. So Libra season begins on the 22nd of September, and Scorpio, I think it's on the 20th or the 22nd. And Libra has to do with relationships, balance. So let's see how that's. So this will be a Celtic cross, and I will show you the cards. Thank you. Okay. So center of the reading, you have Judgment, crossed by Page of Wands. Subconscious is Two of Swords. Past is Seven of Wands. And for the conscious position, you have Page of Cups. For the immediate future, Two of Wands. And the advice for the month of October, Hermit. Environment, Eight of Swords. And opportunities, Tower. Final outcome card is King of Swords. And Emperor is on the back of the deck. So what I'm seeing is major changes with the Judgment and the Tower card. And then you also have Hermit and the Emperor. So 4 major arcana cards. So with Emperor, it feels like you are rebuilding your life, restructuring. And it could be that you are doing something new. So there is a lot of turmoil. But then it's actually the energy of creation. So it's like you are building, you are you are creating a new reality. So that's powerful energy, Capricorn. um, so the emperor's energy. Oh, you also have justice here. So emperor's energy is so this is where you are focused, you are determined, you are committed to whatever it is that you want to achieve and accomplish this month. There's a lot of work involved though, but you got this. This is a very powerful energy, and it also has to do with, like I said, determination, being being your own person, making your own decisions, and yeah, not um, not getting distracted, and emperor is also giving you the energy and something like passionate energy to create whatever it is that you want to do. So with this, it feels like you are focusing on either one particular area of your life that you want to recreate and rebuild, or it could be different areas of your life that needs your attention at this moment. On the other hand, this also is someone you are consulting. It could be your own energy, Capricorn. This is ruled by Aries. So it could be that Aries is in your chart or someone you are dealing with, or it could be the energy that you are embodying. And so with this, it feels like you things are a little bit exhausting and tiring, because it could be all the responsibilities that you have to take care of, the daily tasks, duties, responsibilities. If, like for instance, if you are building your empire, like if it has something to do with business, then this is all the nitty gritties that you have to pay attention to, like the documentation, legal matters, things like that. If it has to do with relationships, it may have something to do with your children, because you have two code cards here, or it could be family members, or something to do with your career, something to do with your home is also coming through here. All right, and Hermit is your advice card for the month. The advice here is to take a step back and re-look at things, so you can refocus your energies on what matters to you the most. So whatever it is that you are coming across, self-reflection is needed. So this is not the month to blast through things. Instead, it's important to take a pause, slow down, pay attention to the details, and think through things before making decisions. Okay, in the environment you have Eight of Swords. It feels like there is something that you are not, it could be a foggy mind. Maybe you are not able to make a decision, but that energy is changing. This is a final outcome card. This is a very powerful energy. Again, a card of determination and making your own decisions, clarity, clear communication, clear decisions. So things are changing. Okay, but through this month, um, this is the environment. So wherever you are, it may feel like you don't know what to do, whatever is going on. So it may have something to do with your interpersonal relationships, or a decision that you have to make. And when we don't know what to do, what happens is we just go with what people are asking us to do. So it could be happening because of mental exhaustion, or it could be that there are like too much involved. So it's a little bit tiring. And so it's important, if this is something important for you, like for instance, you are making a huge investment, or you are starting a relationship, you are parting ways, or it could be you are moving. So when it comes to these major decisions, it's important not to follow others advices and their suggestions. Maybe they are coming from a good place. Emperor here has to do with protective energy. Maybe their intention is to protect you and save you from hardships of everyday life. But then, something that we need to understand is it's through facing challenges that we grow. and we can't always remain in our comfort zone, because um, um, that doesn't let us grow, and evolve as a person. So it's important not to, I mean, it's okay to listen to others perspectives and ask for perspectives, but at the same time the decisions has to be yours, and you also want to be a part of this process, meaning um, you also want to, like, whether somebody is helping you with things or not, but you still want to be the part of the process. Like, for instance, if it's documentation, you want to understand what you are signing up for, what is it, that what are the terms and conditions, so you want to understand everything clearly. So yeah, you so that's what I want to say. Okay, you have a say in this. So exercise your choices and stay in your power. But if it feels like it's too exhausting, then it's also about taking rest, calming your energy, balancing your energies, and then um, again getting back to the task when you are feeling better. So yeah, hermit has to do with taking stock of your life, Capricorn. So it looks like this is again, what I'm seeing is the energy of creation, and so it requires you to review and reevaluate your life. Uh, by that, what does that mean for you? So it could be a particular area of your life. Maybe this is reminding you to take reflect on your past experiences to understand what transpired, so you can take the lessons and integrate them and not make the same mistakes all over again. So it has to do with listening to your own wisdom is what we have learned from our experiences, so we go through certain situations, and we experiences is like what we learn, what we learn from the situations that we go through, and that is also wisdom. So trust yourself, trust your own wisdom is what this energy is asking you to do. And it also has to do with simplifying. Maybe um, it this could mean simplifying your life. It could be your physical space, things that you own, or it could be downgrading, or letting go of things that you don't want. On the other hand, when it could also be goals, dreams, something that doesn't resonate with you anymore. So when we let go, then it will be possible for us to focus on what's important for us in this moment. So that's what hermit's energy is reminding you. However, it's also asking you to be confident. Whatever it is that you are doing, it could be that you are going through a transition, and things may seem uncertain, and there's, like I said, there's a lot of work involved. But through this is a transition process. This is a process, and before you know, you will be out of this phase. But this, while you are going through it, you want to be conscious. You don't want to avoid challenges, you don't want to avoid your emotions, but you want to pay close attention to what's going on, so you can stay more centered. Otherwise we will be like all over the place. So stay calm, stay centered, know what's going on, one step at a time, Capricorn. One step at a time, one day at a time. At the same time, you also want to take good care of yourself, because when our body is healthy, when our mind is healthy, then it will be possible for us to face the challenges of everyday life. But when we are sick and when we have 1,000 things to do, then it won't be possible for us to do anything at all. So that is something to be mindful of. So regardless of the circumstances that you are coming across, um, how can you take good care of yourself? So this could mean watching your diet, staying more hydrated, exercise, um, spending time in nature, and doing something that you enjoy doing. So we can, regardless of what we are coming across, like even if we are coming, we are going through a major crisis, but we can still focus on these areas, because our life is not just about that particular area. Our life is about other things as well. But when something happens, we have this tendency to focus only on that area, but then when we ignore the other areas, that also crumbles down. So it's important to pay attention to what you are grateful for. Practicing gratitude is important. And also other things like your diet, your mental well-being, how you are spending your time, energy, and including fun is important, including laughter is important. So these things keep our energies centered and balanced and stabilized. And when we do that, it will be possible for us to focus on rebuilding. If you are building something, that will give you the energy to rebuild. And that way, when the body is rested and the mind is calm, you will also come across some new insights and inspiration that will make things much much easier for you. So how can you avoid overwhelm, and how can you stay calm through these changes, so you can take care of things easily and effortlessly? So that is important to know. Yes, sleep is also important. Sleep, rest, relaxation is important. So yeah, and yes, confidence. So know that whatever it is that you are trying to do, you can do it. That's the magician's energy. Okay. And magician has to do with manifestation. So whatever is happening this month, looks like this is your manifestation. And what we don't realize sometimes is we secretly hope and wish for things, you know but then in order for us to fulfill those wishes, in order for universe to bring us our wishes, certain things needs to go. When our hands are full, it won't be possible for us to receive. And whatever it is that we are holding on to tightly, when it leaves, then we feel that sense of anxiety and uncertainty, what's going on, without, because we can't see the bigger picture, right? And maybe sometimes we also think maybe that was not an obstacle, but universe knows better, right? So what's happening here is universe is helping you move towards your goals, your dreams. The energies are helping you realize your dreams. But in order for you to receive it, whatever it is that you are holding on to, that needs to go, so you can create that space. So know that whatever is going away now is was never meant to be, but it's actually paving the way for something new to come in. Okay, so that's the place where you want to come from. That will give you energy, inspiration, and motivation. Yes, it will be a little bit confusing, but then like I said, one day at a time, one step at a time, and you will get there. So take it easy, take it slowly, there is no rush. All right, so subconscious, you have two of swords. Again, this is something that I was already talking about. So this is where you have to make a decision, but you are in two minds. Meaning, maybe it feels like you have only two options, but you have many options here. So and it could also be that the reason why you can't make up your mind is because maybe the options that you are considering is not something that resonates with you, Capricorn. So that is something to be mindful of when you make decisions. um, it's important to include your heart. Okay, it's important to know what is it that you truly want to experience, and then make your choices accordingly. So this is practical thinking. What makes sense, sometimes what makes sense may not be the right path for us. We also want to ask ourselves what feels right. So do what feels right for you. Okay, and on the other hand, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, what I'm also seeing is some conflicts. this is where you have to set some boundaries and um, yeah, communicate your boundaries. And you this is also where you are holding on to your own ideas about things, and either you are protecting yourself, protecting someone, but you are, you know, picking up fights. But maybe this is needed, I don't know. So know what is important, what battles are worth fighting for. And yeah, but then setting boundaries is what's coming through for you guys. But know where you are spending your time, your energy, because this month looks like you have several important things to do. So it's important to know where you are spending your energy and what is more important. So prioritizing is important, staying more organized is important, staying focused is important, so you can get things done at the end of the month. Looks like you are still getting things done, but it's a little bit tiring. It's tiring because the focus is in different areas, so it could be people, what someone said, what they did, the things that are important for you, the projects that you are working on, your own emotions. So there's a lot. So you want to just when something comes up, you want to like use discernment to understand, where do I want to spend my energy, because energy is currency. So you want to use it wisely, and this is your opportunity to do that. If you do that, things will be easier for you. So simplify, meaning prioritize, organize what is important. Sometimes certain things feels important, but when we take a deeper look, we will realize that it's not that important, temporary phases. And like I said in the beginning, we don't want to lose ourselves in the temporary. So seeing the bigger picture is important here, and that's what the Two of Wands is for the immediate future, seeing the bigger picture. Okay, so yeah, this is also like I was talking about conflicts. um, yeah, this is where you are feeling a little bit like defensive. So it's all about Capricorn. Do we have to be defensive? Do we have to over explain things? This is these guilty as charged. This is something that we tend to do when we really want the other person to understand where we are coming from. But sometimes that never happens. It also depends upon their ideas about things, the way they see life, and sometimes it doesn't match. And we spend our energy explaining and things like that. And so what I want to say is, say what you have to, but don't try to convince. you know um, yeah, that maybe that is not needed. Convincing is not needed. You can just say, okay, this is what happened, and it's then up to that person to sit with, process what this is all about. But you don't have to spell out every single thing. Save your time, save your energy, is what I want to say. Yes, in the center of the reading, you have Judgment, and Page of Wands is covering it. Okay. So Judgment is, so this is actually supportive energy. With Judgment, yes, because we were talking about conflicts and everything, this is where you are coming across people's judgments, some critical feedbacks and things like that. No, instead of taking it personally, know what, if this is useful information or if this is not useful for you. So that kind of mental sharpness is needed this month. Okay. So, and that's what I'm getting with King of Swords here. So it's like you have your sword, and you know the situations you are coming across, and you are seeing things clearly, and you are like, okay, this is happening, and no, this is not important, and you are cutting them out. And so you can focus on this. So that kind of like sharp mind is what's needed this month, and I'm glad you have this energy. Okay. All right, so judgments. On the other hand, for some of you guys, this could be a move, you changing homes, or it could be you coming across some like maintenance issues or things like that, something home related. Yes. So with this, with all these card, one thing that's absolutely important this month is keeping an open mind and staying open to different perspectives. So maybe you are holding on to your own ideas about things. Ask yourself, um, if there is something that I'm not seeing here, is there a better way to approach this situation? What um, what's a different way to approach the situation and things like that. So that this is the that energy of the explorer. Okay, so exploring new ways of doing things. So for some, depending upon where this is coming through, it may have something to do with learning, um, learning new skills, consulting someone for their perspectives, doing your research, gathering information, sitting down with your own knowing. You also want to trust your own intuition. Yeah, this will help you see something, see a situation in a um, from different angles, so and then you can then make an informed decision. So working with others will make things much easier for you. Know that you don't have to do everything on your own, but collaborate, consult, and use others' expertise to get things done this month. For some, it could be outsourcing, it could be legal advice, it could be asking a friend, family members, online, things like that. You are coming out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to spread your wings, Capricorns. So yes, something new is on the horizon for you, and for this to materialize, you will have to let go of something. So by that, what I mean is, yes, you will have to do something that you are not comfortable with. um, it could be travel for some of you guys, it could be networking, it could be actually physically doing certain things like tasks, your duties, responsibilities, and things like that, something that you may not be comfortable with, but something that's needed because you have outgrown it, and now it's time for you to come out of that shell. So there is a major change happening for you. Like transformation is what this energy is. So again, know where do you want to stick to what you know, um, and where do you want to remain a little bit flexible. Yeah, flexibility could also mean listening. Okay, so this is the energy of listening. Listening is important here, and I'm not seeing it here. So it could be listening to your own intuition, Capricorns, or it could be listening to the person in front of you. Maybe you will get some new insights and ideas. For it could also be your community, the groups you belong to, friends, family members, strangers you are coming across, and then also what's happening in the environment, like signs, synchronicities. Listening is not just about words. It's also about energy, like keeping your eyes and ears open is important. This is where I'm not seeing that. so so when this again, this is practical mind. You are in your head space, like what you have to do. Um, take a take a deep breath, relax. Whenever you find yourself doing that, take a deep breath, relax, and nothing is the end of the world. Sky is not falling. um, so, and when we do that, when we come back to the center, we will notice things, signs, synchronicities, what's being said. And so, yeah, that deep listening is important. So, it's about training your senses. Yeah, Page of Cups. So, it could be listening to your own intuition and what you are seeing, what you are hearing, how you are feeling about things. And then it will be possible for you to connect the dots. And that's your solution. Our guides are always with us. Guidance is always there, but sometimes it won't be possible for us to access when we are always thinking about what we have to do. So that's the reason why I said center yourself, ground your energy, balance your energies. Just sit with your eyes closed for a moment. Not for a moment, maybe 10 minutes, and just know how things are, how it's making you feel. That's important. Taking that time every day, uh, throughout the day, is important. And yes, Page of Wands is being spontaneous, and that's where you are coming from. Spontaneity. It could mean reacting to situations on the one hand, or it could mean making impulsive decisions. The advice here is to sit with whatever it is that you are coming across. Avoid making any impulsive decisions. Uh, just notice the inspirations that you are coming across, but before you go ahead with it, just contemplate, reflect, and maybe take a day or two and include your guides. That will help you make the right choices and decisions. Okay, for the conscious position, you have Page of Cups. Page of Cups and Page of Wands could be someone you are dealing with. This is water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is air, fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And Hermit is ruled by Virgo. And King of Swords, he is air element, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So it could be that these signs are in your chart. Okay, and this is where you are connecting with others. So it could be something to do with foreign countries. It could be that you are, for some, it could be travel, or for some, it could be you connect networking, collaboration. It could also be like a podcast, webinars, you conducting some kind of workshop, speaking engagement, writing, marketing, advertising, publishing, things like that. So it could be that you are connecting with people who live in different parts of the country, different parts of the world. So this is where the possibilities are unlimited. Uh, but what I want to say is, yes, when you are looking far ahead, and that can make you feel like a little bit overwhelmed, like all the things you have to do and everything. But at the same time, you also want to bring your attention closer to the heart. Okay, so that balance is what the energy is reminding you to create in your life. Finding and maintaining that balance is important. Yes, Page of Cups here is, so for some of you guys, it could be children. It could be you working with children, your children, or it could be siblings, friendships, things like that. Maybe that conflict that I was talking about is happening in that area. But Page of Cups here has to do with imagination, visualization. Um, yeah, so again, the energy of manifestation is here. All right. Two of Wands here is possibilities. You looking at your possibilities. What else is available out there? So for some of you guys, it could be you looking for new opportunities. Um, Expanding your horizon, Capricorn. So how to get things, how to take things to the next level. So that is what some of you guys are contemplating on. Something to do with your business, your career, or it could also be, relationships. So you are coming across new ideas and inspirations. It could be, you are hearing someone, and it could be that you are reading a book, you are watching a video, and you are coming across some new ideas and inspirations. But why is it holding you back? Is what I am not clear about. I don't know why. That's actually keeping you. Um, so you are overthinking things here. Looks like. Okay, environment. This card could also mean emotions. The emotions that you are holding on to. So for some of you guys, it could be guilt. Um, so what? Why is this card here? And with judgment, this is maybe the transition that I was talking about could be all about releasing the emotions that you may be holding on to. If it is guilt is a dangerous emotion, that that leads to other diseases. So that is something we want to be mindful of. um, yeah, so if there is something, maybe think about, depending upon the intensity of what you are coming across, maybe think about consulting someone. So it could be counseling, therapy, and talking it out may help. Writing things down may help. Taking up a spiritual practice may help. So ask for guidance. Okay, because holding on to this emotion, because see, our life is short. We are not going to be here forever, and we don't want to take our experiences that seriously. uh, we want to be like playful and not take anything seriously, and take life as an adventure, a learning opportunity, and we don't want to hold on to anything that may not be good for us. Our mental space, our energy, we want to put it towards better use. So this is self. um, you Yeah, your emotions, what happened, what transpired, things like that. So it's all about taking the lessons. If it feels like it could be just your ideas about what happened. So regardless of what this is, it has to do with a deep reflection, and then taking the lessons and moving on. But talking it out may also help. Okay. Okay, this is where the transition is all about, maybe releasing some of these ideas, these beliefs, so you can releasing the blocks. Maybe this is the block that you are experiencing. Um, Old beliefs, old ideas, habits, patterns, tendencies, fear based thinking. Maybe this is what the block is. And this month is about releasing the blocks. So, the experiences you are coming across is a chance for you to contemplate on them, really understand where this is coming from, and to also ask yourself if this is truth. What is the truth here? Then when you find out, then release. So it's not an overnight thing, it's a process, and looks like you are already on that path. So it's important to be confident, be brave. Okay, I'm not saying do not ignore your emotions, but we can accept ourselves as accept the situations as um, uh, accept the reality, but still um, be strong, still be confident and brave. We don't want to let our fears take control, and that's what I'm seeing here. So just be mindful of that. Okay, and the tower here is reminding you to, again, this is a blessing in disguise. Capricorns. So the situations that you are coming across is a chance for you to understand yourself better, and also a clear understanding. This is helping you get a clear understanding of what's more important in life. So yeah. So this is where you are in charge. You are taking control, you are in charge, and that is amazing. So you are staying in your power. All right, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Okay, Capricorns, your message for this month is convey your meaning. Yes, I told you about communication. That's what's coming through, and this is where you are tongue-tied. Looks like it. It's like you don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. Um, that kind of energy. But remember, I told you it's not about conflict. It's not about confrontation, and you don't have to over explain anything, and you don't have to convince anyone. This is all about understanding your truth, honoring your truth, and just saying what you need to, and then shut up. Okay, seal your lips. That's all you need to do. Like, you don't waste your energy. But whatever it is that you are talking about, you want to be honest. Don't So people pleasing tendencies is what this energy is. Like, we are okay. So this is something very important that I want you to understand. um, we are not here to be liked. We are not here to be loved. We are here to live our life in an authentic way. We are here to live our life with honesty, truthfulness, and integrity. Rest rest is like, it doesn't matter. When it comes to people, their opinion always changes. It keeps shifting. And we don't want to dance to their music. We want to create our own music. We want to make our own music. So it's all about this situation. What I'm seeing here, this is actually helping you to be your own person. This is teaching you self-worth, self-respect, making your own decision, standing by what you believe is right, speaking up regardless of whether somebody wants to agree with your point of view or not. That's not your business. Whether they agree or not agree, whether you are in your team, whether they like you, that should not be your concern. Like, it's all about honoring your own individuality, and that's what emperor is about. Emperor is someone, this is someone who don't have time for nonsense. They have, this is someone who know who they are. They know what's important for them. They know what their goals are. And they stick to it regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of the trends, regardless of what people are doing, their opinions, their judgments. This is someone who stick to their truth, and that's what this energy is reminding you. And I'm not seeing it here, but you are moving into that energy. Okay, so like I said, it's a process. Like, yeah, and you are on it. So So when you are talking about something, no, like if this is if you are doing it to please someone, um, convince someone, or if things like that, so say what you mean and mean what you say, and let go of the rest. Okay, let me read this out to you. Reflect on the way you communicate with others. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. Good communication is a necessary aspect of all healthy relationships. Take an opportunity to objectively observe how you communicate. Remember to always incorporate respect and receptivity when speaking to yourself and to others. If you are being too hard on yourself, tone it down. If you need to be more honest, know that everyone involved will benefit from receiving the truth of how you are feeling. Love yourself more and see what you can achieve with a new approach. Remember, your goals and aspirations are unique to you. When you are communicating, others may not share your views. Talk about what's necessary for you and inquire what the person you are conversing with requires or needs. This open sharing can help establish a solid base for an exchange of ideas. The white-mouthed moray eel is a fish that has a long, sleek body that resembles a snake. The white-mouthed moray eel is quite shy despite its strong appearance, preferring to spend most of its time concealed inside crevices and alcoves. Their strong jaws seem to open and close as if they are trying to talk to you. Allow yourself the opportunity to clarify what you are trying to get across to someone else. Realize that you may not be clearly explaining what you mean. Yes, so Capricorns, here in the environment I am seeing, this card could also be someone you are dealing with. This could be your energy, it could be the other person. Okay, so it's like you are trying your level best to convince someone, but this is where they are frozen. They are like, what the heck is going on, kind of energy, they don't know what to say. It could be anxiety, it could be nervousness. So just know like how you are, um, your communication style is something that's important to, that you need to be mindful of. So it's about, it's, so when we like it's not what I want to say is, in conversation, yes, you want to share your thoughts, your opinions, how you are feeling about things, but also it's important to give the other person the space to express themselves. But if we are too forceful, if we are talking in a loud voice or something, then that won't give them the space to express themselves. That will only intimidate them, and they won't be able to share what they are thinking about, so being gentle is important, and talking about what you are coming across is important, but it's important to listen to what they have to say as well. So creating that safe space, that trust, that safe space is important, so they can also express themselves, so yes, communication. All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if these messages resonated, do remember to like, subscribe, and support the channel. Thank you. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email. I hope you have a magical month ahead. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.